We're live. We're live.
Good evening and welcome to the regularly scheduled Finance Committee meeting. Today is Monday, December 15th. It is 5:15 p.m. Around the table tonight, members of the Finance Committee are Councilor Carson, Councilor Falloon, Councilor Mallard. I am the chair, Councilor Dean. We also have Councilor Fish, Councilor Chair Hawes. We have Councilor Walker, and we have Stephanie, the Finance Director, will be leading us in the meeting tonight. First thing is bids and purchases on a Broadway culvert repair in Hudson Boulevard.
Okay.
And joining us at the table is Councilor Beck. He is also on the Finance Committee. Good evening, Councilor Beck.
Good evening.
We do. Okay, so the first bid item is Broadway culvert repair at Hudson Boulevard. The engineering department requested bids for this. It includes replacing 15 feet of failing corrugated metal pipe with a concrete box culvert, cleaning the existing culvert, regrading a ditch, and surface restoration. 6 bids were received. The low bid was determined to be an incomplete bid. Therefore, staff is recommending CNC Lynch Excavation, which is the next lowest bidder out of Holden, Maine, in the amount of $85,245.60. We've had a lot of previous experience with them. It's been an excellent experience. It does exceed the budget, and $10,245 from the Drainage Improvement Fund is proposed to cover that overage. So staff recommends awarding the project to CNC Lynch.
Councilor Miller has a question.
I have a question. I know it says the low bid was determined to be incomplete.
Mhm.
It doesn't tell me why it was incomplete. I'd kind of like to see everything.
So the low bid was incomplete due to the bidder not submitting a bid bond or the addendum. There was a communication with the bidder to let them know why they were deemed non-responsive, and they were still unable to supply the information.
It's kind of strange that they even bid if they knew they didn't have the information. I'm just curious, it seems strange to me. No, that's fine. I believe you. It's just that looking at it, I was confused, which is easy.
Councilor Beck.
So the question I just had was about the additional 10,000 from the Drainage Improvement Fund. Are there any projects or anything that are gonna have to be put off because of the shift? No. And then do we know at this time if there's gonna be a budget ask to replace the 10,000 come the next budget?
Any other questions? Concerns? Or you just need a consensus that you can go forward?
Yes.
Anyone have any objections? Go for council's blessing on this one. Next up, we have resolve authorizing the city manager to accept and appropriate $150,000 in grant funds from Maine Department of Health and Human Services for an overdose response program.
Yep, this is the 7th year of the grant, which established an overdose response team in Bangor to follow up with individuals who experience overdose and connections to recovery, harm reduction, and other resources. Project is a partnership with Options Liaisons through Community Health and Counseling, Police Department, and the Together Voice.
Questions? No?
You knew I was gonna ask. The only question I have is, having not received a review of the coordination between nonprofits from United Way, I wonder if there's overlap here.
Hi, Jennifer Gunderman, Director of Bangor Public Health and Community Services. So this is a very specific collaboration that really works with people who have experienced an overdose or are at risk at overdose and are doing direct service like in the community. I'm not familiar, and this is a model that's replicated in various parts of the state. So in terms of duplication from being on the ground, we're not recognizing any duplication. This is a very specific team and very specific model.
Well, the only reason I ask is because having not received any word from United Way, I don't know what is duplication and what isn't. I think that's what we asked them to do, the community, was it?
I'm sorry.
Or coordination. We asked, didn't we give opera money to United Way to do a community collaboration so we'd know there were no overlaps? I've not seen anything from them. So I believe the report's due the end of the year for 5 years.
Councilor Hawes?
It wasn't that we asked them to, they were going to, we had the $400,000 that were given to them. With that money, part of what they were going to do were help us with our opera applications, but at the same time, they were going to build what they called a community of multiple resources that would be in that one, housed in that one building. And honestly, we've not seen any pre-reports back on where they're at, if they're still working on it, if they tabled it. And they never came back with we had asked them to do an update for us after a certain number of months or whatever, and we didn't get that either. Now, whether we just failed to invite them back or they just weren't ready and didn't come back, I don't know, but that's what the project was supposed to be.
I believe the signed agreement specifically stated they'd give us a report by the end of December this year and for the next 5 years.
So we definitely need to follow up with them because they're down to days now, when they're supposed to have that report.
I'm taking vigorous notes.
These people out there can't hear from behind us. The city manager will look into the update from United Way. Councilor Beck?
So this is kind of a sing their praises question. The options is a lot of places, and you hear a lot of work they're doing. In fact, if I'm not mistaken, they're actually doing some work with the folks in the railroad again. So this is an important program that helps us out quite a bit. You know, just wanted to consider like this, for that amount of money, I mean, this is a great value for what we're doing here.
I would agree, and just to build upon that, they actually bring other community partners to the population. So for example, PCHC street medicine team works very closely with the options team to be able to deliver street medicine outside, warming shelters, wherever that might be. So because they have such close relationships with the impacted community, they have built a lot of trust. So when an organization wants to reach the community to provide services, options can be a gateway, sort of giving the credibility to an organization to provide services.
Thank you.
I have a question regarding options. Is that a 9 to 5 type job or are they going at all hours?
It typically is a 9 to 5 job. Yes.
Okay.
But they also work with their clients to make sure that they know what the resources are that are 24/7, like crisis units and other resources.
Any other questions? Concerns? We need to take a vote on this.
I would move that recommendation on this item.
Third second. We have a motion, we have a second. Roll call vote. Councilor Fish?
Am I on this committee?
Yeah.
That's why I say your name.
Councilor Mallard?
Yeah, I'll vote yes, but I still need an answer to the other question.
First.
Yes.
Councilor Carson?
Yes.
Councilor Fleur?
Yes.
Councilor Beck?
Yes.
And I am a yes. So we'll move this forward.
We probably should have had a formal motion and second on the one as
Yes.
well.
We did.
Should have,
Oh, the first one?
it went by consensus, but we should have, we should have votes on these types.
We can go back to the first one. Second has approval, will be on council next week. First one, back to bids and purchases Broadway culvert repair at Judson Boulevard. Do I have a motion?
I move passage of the staff recommendation.
Do I have a second? We have passage.
Thank you.
Question for you. Looks like the audit is moving forward.
It is moving
Are
forward.
you pleased with what you're getting from our?
We are still presently looking for an assistant director for that position. There's some couple potentials that look very good. I think I mentioned we have a new temp in AP. I think last finance committee I mentioned that, but we are completely caught up on AP at this point. So, and purchasing is obviously kind of slow. So I've recruited the two of them to help with the backlog.
Great.
And we're just cross-training members of the department. Everything's focused on the backlog right now. And then, of course, year-end processes are coming very quickly.
They are.
So that's kind of our priorities right now.
Anyone have any questions for our finance director? Anything else for us? We are adjourned. It is 5:26. And next up is